Guns I wish I still had. Damn. This bothers me with this subject, just thinking about it. My SKSM. My SKSM was my absolute favorite rifle I've ever had. It only took AK mags. So this SKS would not take SKS mags whatsoever, period. It only took AK mags. That's number one. Number two, it had all Tapco furniture. All Tapco furniture. It was really nice. Six, why am I losing the word here? Adjustable stock, right? And what else did it have? Took the AK. Oh, the fact that it was freaking accurate as all get out. It was more accurate than my AKs. So it was like the ultimate AK, in other words. You know what I mean? The SKSM. There's nothing that the AK has on that SKSM. Nothing. Now, I can't sit here and say that for a fact the SKS is more reliable than the AK-47 or anything like that. And the reason why is because I have not tested that theory, physically. I haven't actually, the SKS never jammed on me. It never gave me a problem ever. However, neither has my AK. So I can't say that it's more reliable than my AKs, that the AK is more reliable than the SKS-M. But nonetheless, I can't name anything that the AK was better than the SKS at. I can name what the SKS was better at than the AK with, and that is the accuracy, and the fact that it's crazy. I mean, it fed those magazines better than some AKs. Like the waffle mags, it took those better than a lot of the AKs. So that SKS-M, I got teary-eyed when that thing got stolen. I'm completely against truck guns for that reason specifically. Okay. Next, I had a Randall 1911. God, why'd I get rid of that dang gun, man? I wasn't a 1911 guy. I respected them and I appreciated them, and had a love for 1911s. But as far as carrying them, it wasn't my thing. They were heavy, they were kind of clunky, and it just wasn't for me. But I wish I never got rid. I've never again seen a Randall 1911 ever. That was the only one I had ever seen, and I owned it. And I kid you not, I went and sold that thing. And what's crazy is the first time I went to go sell it, the guy was like, "Here, I'll give you $300 for it." And I said, $300? And he's like, "Yeah, it's just a Randall." Some people will take you for a fool, man. You got to be careful with that. Some people will take you for a fool. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, this guy took me as a fool. I was an idiot to this guy. I didn't know anything about guns to this guy. He don't know anything about me, but he sure judged the fuck out of me. And so I laughed at him and said, "Yeah, that's the problem. It's a Randall." And I grabbed my gun and I walked out of here shaking my head. I went to another a pawn shop where they know me. They know who I am. And so I went there and I was like, "Hey, Tom, I need to sell this." And he was like, "Oh, shit, that's a Randall." And I was like, "Yes, sir." And he said, $750. Bet. Much better deal. Sure, they're going to sell it for $1,300. Absolutely. But I know they're going to make their money, and I was okay with 750. 300, kiss my ass. Double that, you know, triple that, and we can talk. So I was okay with 750. But boy, do I wish I kept that Randall. The other one was my EAA witness match in 10 millimeter. This sounds crazy, but I literally sold that gun because it was too easy to shoot. I know that sounds bananas, but I got bored with it. There's nothing I couldn't hit if I want to hit it. My groupings 25 yards. Like it wasn't fair. It was boring. Me and my cousin went out to the woods, had a competition. He had his Glock 19. I had my EAA. And we were about 30 yards away. And we're like, all right, let's see whoever can shoot that branch off first wins. It was going back and forth. Boom, 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 boom. In 2 shots. Well, 3 total, excuse me. But 2 bullets. I shot that branch off. We're talking about a branch no thicker than my finger here. And I hit the first shot. I missed the second shot. I hit the third shot. And that branch fell off. I mean, it literally took the fun out of shooting. You almost don't have to try. The thing was just out of this world accurate, and I sold it like this. No fun. Not only that, but then also it was kind of like the 1911. It's too heavy. It's clunky. I couldn't carry it comfortably. Beautiful. Man, that gun's beautiful. Beautiful. My buddy nicknamed it Hollywood. He said it was every time I opened that case or brought that gun out, you know, it just got a lot of attention because it was just beautiful. So we called it Hollywood. So I missed that gun. What was the other one? I had one more I wished I didn't sell. I definitely have an honorable mention. And the funny thing is, it wasn't even mine. It was my cousin's. But the way we look at guns is like, if he had it, I had it, you know. And if I had it, he had it. That's how we looked at it. And so, he had a Glock 21, and we called it chocolate chip Glock. It had this camo on it that made it look like chocolate chip. The whoever did the Cerakote on that gun is sick. I mean, it was beautiful. At the time he got that Glock, I was fairly new to semi-automatic pistols. I could do anything with a bolt action. Know all about revolvers, but when it came to semi-automatic pistols, we didn't know much yet. This was in like 2004, and so it would, every time he shot it, it would lock to the rear. Change mags, it kept locking to the rear. So, and now, funny thing is, I'm almost sure I know what the problem was. But again, back then I didn't know how to completely build a Glock from scratch. You know what I mean? Type deal, like I do now. Back then I didn't know how to do that. So he sold that. So that's an honorable mention. But the EAA witness match, the SKSM, the Randall 1911. I thought there was another one. Let me think about this. SLR 101. Arsenal SLR 101 AK-47. I bought that thing. I want to say I bought it in 2003. or right at 2004. It was right as the assault weapons ban was coming off. It was either like right when it came off or right before it. It was right in that area because I couldn't get 30 round mags. And I thought it was weird. I wasn't aware of like the laws and things at the time. I just knew that AK-47s, come with 30 round mags. So I'm like, I bought this SLR 101 thinking I'll just get a 30 round mag. It came with a 10 round mag. I'll get a 30 round mag whenever. But as I bought it, I'm looking around, I'm like, what I was told, somebody lied to me and said it doesn't take 30 round mags. And I just wasn't hip. I didn't understand at the time, Again, I'm a hunter. So at this time, I'm fresh like 21, 22. And I don't know anything about ARs or AKs, And so I'm like, how does this not take a 30 round mag? It didn't make sense to me. And I just didn't realize that the ban was just like right there. And if I would have waited just a little longer, I would have been able to get 30 round mags. I just didn't know that at the time. And boom, I sold the Arsenal SLR 101 to a buddy of mine who I no longer talk to. And that's a whole nother story. But I wish I'd never, ever, 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 ever sold that SLR 101 Arsenal, man. That's a hell of an AK, It's a little heavy, but that's because it's made to be indestructible, Some would argue that it's at the top of the AK food chain, like Arsenal SLR 101 specifically. That's a bad man. That was a badass rifle. And I got rid of it and it kills me. So those are 4 guns that I sure the hell wish I still dang had, man. That kills me. It kills me I don't have them anymore. We've all got those, right? What are yours? Let me out.